Okay, good. Everyone's loading. Almost. We're waiting on Volcanic and Wave. This doesn't bode well for the tunnel, so... Okay, no, there we go. Okay. Right, for now I'm going to introduce the doesn't look good, does it? Okay, on the left as the yellow Scorpion Cell and the lime Psi Corps, we have Volcanic and xyhh playing as Team Swordfish. Their opponents, the Retards offering to Eviscerate. We have as the Cyan Latin Confederation, we have North, and as the brown Psi Corps, we have Wavepy, making a very interesting choice for power plant before ore refinery when his ore field is literally right there. And looks like the Swordfish team looking for their oil derricks as they're just running around trying to find them. They found them nonetheless. So, in Limbo, a map made by Peter here, definitely known for its mindfuckery. As, well, it plays on all the 3D illusions here. We've got the structure here, it actually looks 3D, but it doesn't, and it hurts to look at. This all looks like it's stacked on top of each other, but it's just very crafty tile work by Peter here, with these actually being the full tiles. These are half tiles. And it all confuses you greatly, as the patterns just fuck your mind. Especially this one. Well, actually this one not so much, because it's a clear drop here, but you know, it still breaks it a little bit. But there's all some very clever map work here. In Limbo, one of the only, in fact I think the only map that offers naval combat for this map pool here, which is a bit interesting, so we shall see how it pans out, although, however, I doubt, given the state of the last game, that we're actually going to see naval combat in play here. As Volcanic and xyhh have both built up initial forces here, and they're all force firing ground. I have no idea what that means. Alas, right, North, throwing out some conscripts towards the top end of the map. Looks like it's trying to base crawl towards these ore fields over here, but that's a very far base crawl north. That's longer than you think it is. See a terror drone out here from North, just trying to pop up the spooks. Okay, it eats one spook and then does nothing. Okay, those must have been wave spooks, and I actually can't tell the colour. As we've got a ball of even more initiates starting to force fire the ground here. Okay, right, we've got the go ahead. Right, nobody wants to. Neither North doesn't want to restart. There's an initiate ball here. Oh, Volcanic chases away. Wavepy's initiate force as he looks to secure Wave's oil derrick at the front here. Both players on this map do have two oil derricks. North has claimed both of them at the top, and Volcanic has now beaconed the ghost miners because of the terror drone that North has sent down there. Gonna have to be careful with that, although it's gonna walk into Initiate, but not before it claims an engineer. It claims 2 engineers before it dies. That is value for that terror drone, considering engineers, what, 300? Okay, Wave, you need to explain to me what the fuck you're thinking of here, because this base crawl is going to leave your tech very exposed, especially when there's an initiate ball like this over here. What the hell? Volcanic just force firing on the ground to assert dominance as the game freezes up again, which is a shame. However, the tunnel server I used last time, it did explode, so... Did Topaz mention the random light stars running around here? Not interesting, but annoying. Okay, the initiate's all melting up here. I think Wave's winning this engagement, actually. I can't tell. All I see are burning bodies. That's literally all I see, and fire. Tunnel dies. Oh, there we go. I hear drilling noises. I guarantee that's from xyhh. These guys are pros? Well, it depends on your definition of pro. Rock and rolls. Wave isn't, I would say. North used to be. Looks like he's still got it to an extent, but he doesn't really play Mental Omega that much. And I don't know about Volcanic and xyhh. Ah yes, the joy of hosting international tournaments, having to worry about the fucking tunnel server with it all exploding. Got what? Myself from the UK, 2 players from China, 1 from the States, and 1 living in Vietnam. Yes, I think that's where Wave lives. As North calls out the driller. Looks like it's heading for Wave's base. At least it sounds like it. Well, 2 Mantis tanks out here though to take advantage of it. The power move would be to have an empty driller, as it just runs interference. I heard an Einstein getting run over. Okay, but the Mantis tanks strike at the power grid here, as they're met by the Marauder, as they then retreat. Well, no, they're doubling back onto the Marauder. Almost get it. They knock it down at red HP. Wave now commits this defense, but he's committing to the power plant kill, and he's gonna get it with the next shot. Or not. No, come on. Ah, so close for Volcanic there. He almost claims Wave's power plant. To be fair, that wouldn't exactly set Wave back that far, all things considered. The driller noise is still going on in the Retards' base, as their team name often suggests. I hear that driller unloading. It's gonna get Wave's war factory. Wave sells it anyway, but it's achieved the intended effect of getting rid of the war factory. It's gonna put the kibosh on Wave's Marauder spam as he instantly queues a replacement. And we're starting to see speeders out here on the map. North gets a Pterodrone infecting 2 of these speeders here. Gets 1, gets 2. He's gonna clean up all of the speeders here actually. And North playing it like it's almost vanilla RA2 here, but he's got mortar quads mixed in here, a couple of attack dogs, lots of conscripts and flank troopers, and what we mean battle tank too. Driller returning to base from Volcanic as North starts to look putting on the pressure on the enemy here. I don't know what those characters mean, that's the second time he said that. Does that mean lag or something like that? I don't know, I don't read Chinese. There is a beacon placed for Volcanic as he's loading the driller up for xyhh as that driller now begins its execution. I believe they're beaconing the target. They're targeting North's airport here, where he's now queuing Foxtrots. This could be a big coup here for the 2 of them. Because if they take that airfield out with Foxtrots on it, that's going to send North quite back significantly economically, as it is just a side tech here. North still has no radar by the looks of it. And he's going to be relying on the Foxtrots to give him presence against the Marauders here, as he mounts the counterattack into xyhh's base, alongside Wave with a couple of initiates here. They look like they're trying to dive onto the war factory here, but the Marauders may be able to just hold on here against the Jaguars, which are going to be the main damage dealers here. A couple of mortar quads as well, that they're going to try and pick them off. As Wave keeps losing initiates to mind control. As these Marauders just hold off the Jaguars. Jaguar may be good, but it's no Marauder. It looks like this war factory is going to stand for now, although... Okay, yeah, no, North pulls the plug on this attack as he starts bailing out, trying to clean up as many Marauders as he can instead. Beaconing out the driller here, but alas, I believe North has in fact noticed it. There was a sentry gun in place here, and judging by the flames, the Foxtrots returned fire. So I believe that's the driller and the engineers down the drain. They're going to have to come up with a new plan as North's airfield stands. What is North working on? He's not building anything. He's relying solely on his tier 1 army to give him presence against these Marauders, with Wave's own Marauders providing backup here. We've got some extra Foxtrot support coming in here, although the Foxtrot should simply be able to just overwhelm. Foxtrots spend their second payload on these Marauders. They claim 1. As Volcanic doesn't have the money or forces to offer any support here, as Wave just goes into triple factory mode again. I still hear that driller noise. We've got Pterodrones barreling down here in order to try and clean up the situation. Malva's on the field, however, for Volcanic. Foxtrots come in to snipe more Marauders, as Pterodrones just come in here and mop up the infantry. However, Malva on his own can clean this attack up. North has no detection, and he won't have detection until tier 2, or unless he builds Field Bureau for Tesla Troopers. And by the looks of it, neither does Wave, although Wave only has to build Stingers in order to get detection, which he's now queuing. I'm surprised here that North and Wave have actually been able to start putting the counter-attack on, and they're now bottling up xyhh and Volcanic. Volcanic's on tier 3, obviously, he's the one with the Malva. But it is just him. xyhh forced to work on another refinery as they've used up their main base's resources. It's just Discord field left. However, Wave Way is all over that at this stage. Only Malva to defend. But here comes the detection for Wave. As I imagine he... There we go. There goes Malva. Here come more Marauders out here. And they get sniped by North, down to Foxtrot however, but the rest all make it out relatively unscathed. More speeders here in an effort to try and hold the line, but they're simply too fragile against the Marauders. They'll do damage, they'll hold them away for a while, but they're not a permanent solution. Wave simply dives on the Antares here, expensive investment, not sure if it's going to live for long. I don't think it is. Game freezes up for a bit. Mind control, but the mind control link is instantly broken. There's a lot of Jaguars, there's a lot of mortar quads here, quite a few Marauders. This could actually be it for Team Swordfish here, as they simply don't have the forces to hold out against this overwhelming tier 2, tier 1 blob. So North still not made, no, North has made his radar now, working on nuclear reactor, as he's still base crawling over here. It's actually working out for him. As Wave dives onto this war factory here, North bringing the mortar quads back into the fold, as he's got his initiates working down the barracks. There goes the barracks, there's going to be no more infantry out here for Volcanic. There goes the war factory. Don't think he's able to make much in terms of defense. It's not that he has the money to do so anyway. As Wavepy now gets focused on the next step, his miners. Although there is a single Inferno tower, so Volcanic is still able to make those. Foxtrots come in again, snipe more infantry. Ooh, boy, might actually see this go to 1-all. Barracks back up for Volcanic here. There is the defensive toxic strike. Luckily, okay, no, it is striking his aura fires. So he's going to have to be careful with that, but I think he should live. North have a single war miner out here, just idling around, not sure what it's up to. xyhh throwing his marauders away, unfortunately. Wave simply just has the larger force here, and he's got more money as well. I'm not sure where Wave is getting his money from. He's mined out all of this field and that field, but I don't remember that providing 17k. Though he now does own 4 oil derricks, North only has 2. Got a defensive line of 3 Inferno towers here. Working on cloning bats, completely forsaking vehicle production, however he simply doesn't have the money to keep it up. They're both completely bottled up. Main ore fields are completely depleted, and the only one that they could feasibly mine is A, very small, B, mostly mined out, and C, under attack. I believe that was a demo truck down there, just detonating that war factory entirely, but there are still 3 more to go for xyhh. Continues marauder production, although he is losing ghost miners at an exceptionally quick rate here, as the Stingers just simply detect them, and it's free real estate for them. Northern Wave finally getting some teamwork in here compared to the last game. Mind Control comes back in, gets completely destroyed. As xyhh and Volcanic Team Swordfish just being completely balled up here, strangled to death. We've got a Dust Devil leading the Foxtrot attack, although what they're going to snipe is up for debate because there are no units to snipe. They simply have no money. It's all defenses here. So they just settle on the single Scourge and call it a day. We've got Malva back on force here with the Malva deployed, broadcasting the fact that, hey, there's Malva over here. It leaves, it gets detected again, deploy goes off, but not in order to do anything. There's no units to take advantage of the deploy either. There's no way Team Swordfish can fight this back. There just isn't. They're just being completely ganged up on and demolished. There we have it. xyhh has lost his Conyard. He has no radar, he won't be able to rebuild his MCV, and he looks like he's going to lose the next 2 war factories as well. It's going to be good night for Team Swordfish at this rate. Yep, xyhh has been defeated. Cool, presses the observe button as it's just left to Volcanic, who quickly follows suit.